to MetalBen's Chronicles. Here on this Thursday, yes, December 5th, 2019. Man, December is just flying by. Soon we are going to be in the year 2020. Hard to believe that the millennium began almost 20 years ago. 20 years ago this time we were talking about Y2K, and we didn't know what the hell was going to happen, We didn't know if the computers were going to crash. We didn't know what was going to happen, man. Some people thought the world was going to fucking end. We didn't know. But anyways, yeah. And almost 20 years ago, we were walking into the year 2000. Anyways, here we are almost 20 years later, and right now what I have coming up is a review / reaction. Okay. On Monday, I got a CD in the mail, okay, called Ordo of Chao. Ordo ab Chao, however you pronounce it, okay? It's black metal from Manitoba, Canada, by a subscriber of mine and pretty good friend of mine. Yes, Mike Ross, thank you very much for sending this. Right there's the demo. That's what the back cover looks like. I'll show you what the booklet looks like. That's what the inlay looks like. Back cover is just probably kind of hard to make out. That's what that looks like. Right here's the, of course it falls out of the case. Anyways, that's what the CD looks like. And this is a self-release, and he was kind enough to send me a free copy, and honestly, I had no problem sending a few bucks for this, because I think any upcoming artist that's trying to get out there or put out music deserves money, But anyways, again, thank you, my brother, and I'm going to give a little review of this before we go into the reaction. Okay, so, yeah, Hermetical Desolation is what the album is called. EP. Yeah, I'd say more probably along the lines of an EP. It's got 4 tracks on it. And, they're between 5 and 6 minutes long a piece. So Hatred for Humanity begins the album. Or this little EP, whatever you want to call it. Man, very good song, I think. It begins kind of weird, though, with a twangy type of almost, surf kind of guitar sound. It's very different. But then it gets ultra aggressive really quick. I'm talking very grim, sounding. You got those buzzsaw guitar sounds, that you get in black metal with the fuzzy type of guitar sounds in the atmosphere. And you can just feel the hatred in this track. Yes. And there's some pretty catchy riffs in this track too. I like the part in the track where it goes into like a palm muted section. Which palm muting you don't hear a lot of in black metal, but you get a little bit of palm muting here, and I think that's a pretty cool addition. Yeah, man, you can definitely feel the coldness in this track, It's got a very good atmosphere. Solitary Existence is the next track again. Just another cold, grim type of song, very ice cold sounding. Like you're trapped in a desolated forest, and you're just screaming out, against all of humanity. That's kind of the atmosphere I get for this track. Again, very dissonant type of riffs, again, It's just very good stuff in my opinion. Now we're going to get into my 2 favorite tracks. Horror, track 3. Horror is a freaking great track. man, there's just a darkness to this track that is pretty haunting. You can definitely feel the anger in this track, you know. I mean, very cold riffs again. You know, it's just got that ice cold atmosphere again too, you know. And you can definitely feel the hatred in this track. Then we ended off with Alone in the Woods, track 4, which is the track I'm going to share with you right now. Great way to end this. The beginning of it kind of sounds similar to the beginning of the album. You know, it's got that twangy, surf-like guitar type of sound. Then it gets like really dark and really grim sounding. You know, I just think it's a great song. And if I'm not going into full detail about these tracks, man, I'm probably not the best at reviewing black metal, but you know, I'm giving it a shot. You know, again, you can just feel the coldness in this track. And you know, when I look at the artwork on this track, it definitely resembles, you know, this track in a lot of ways, Alone in the Woods. You know, I just think that's kind of interesting, man. Alone in the world, isolated from humanity, you know, that type of vibe. Anyways, this is the track we're going to check out. You know, I think it might be my favorite on this EP. You know, all in all, this is a really good EP. You know, I would definitely give it probably a 9 out of 10. I mean, the drum sound might turn a lot of people off because you can definitely tell it's a drum machine. But, you know, that's typical of black metal, you know. But, yeah, it's got a raw production. It's very atmospheric. And, you know, that's all there is to it. All right, let's check out this track now. Oh man. Okay, that might be my favorite track on there. That was Alone in the Woods. I might have forgot to mention too, this is a one-man black metal project. You know, Mike Ross does everything on here. That track's tremendous. What more can I say? Very, very awesome track. I love the riff in this song. There's a riff in this track I really like. It's the palm muted part that goes da 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 da. That riff is killer. Lots of killer riffs in this track, man. You can feel the atmosphere in this track. Musically, it reminds me of Leviathan. It does. It reminds me of Leviathan. You know, because Leviathan tends to use those heavier guitar tones too at times. So yes, excellent track, excellent EP. Definitely get this, and that's it for this review here on MetalBen's Chronicles.